Good morning, tradeologists. Well, we open up today with GILD really moving on us here, coming down quite significantly, and we were short approximately 200 deltas, so I bought another 200 shares of GILD, and we locked in a profit of about $100 so far for today, and so that looks like it's pretty good. We got a couple $100 of profit overall that's still open, and we are back to delta neutral. So when let me just show you the stock when it dropped down here. Let me show you. Yeah, when it was down around here, I purchased a couple hundred shares. Now it's trading back up again. So that's the idea of gamma scalping, is having the deltas tell you when to buy. So when we were short, when it was down about 200 deltas, I was able to go in and buy 200 shares, and now it's trading back up again. So that's how we scalp our profits. That's why they call it gamma scalping. So if it trades back up, fine, and if it continues lower, remember that since we have both a call and a put position, we are protected. And we can make additional money if it goes down because we have 10 puts. In other words, each put is equal to 100 shares of stock. So actually we have a put position that is equivalent to shorting 1,000 shares of stock. So as we gain momentum to the downside, if it should continue to go down, we have 1,000 shares short. We have a 300 share long position on our stock, so we are net 700 shares short. So if it should continue down, we'll continue to make money in this position. And then if it goes up, of course, we are 300 long, and we also have our 55 calls. So it kind of gives us like a headwind up and down here. Let's take a quick look at our other position on Adobe. Adobe hasn't really been moving, and now we're down 200 deltas here. I could probably sell a couple hundred shares. Buy a couple hundred shares of Adobe, and that will get us back to a delta neutral position. So I'm going to go ahead and buy 200 Adobe. And let's take a look. Yeah, it gets us right back into a delta neutral position. We're still short 200 shares, but we made a little profit for the day. We're still down on Adobe, so we'll kind of see how that goes today. We're still down a couple $100, so hoping to scalp some more profits. Now again, once again, is that our goal is to, if it goes down, we make money because of the put that we have on the position. If it goes up, we make money on the call. But if it goes down, we make a little bit more money because we're short these. As long as we're delta neutral, though, we want it to swing back and forth. That's the whole idea. If it doesn't move, that's where we run into a problem. Let's take a look and see where Adobe is right now. Oops. ADBE. Yeah, we're dropping off here. We're dropping off. I mean, if it continues to go down, I'll still continue to make money here. I just have to keep an eye on my delta. As long as it continues to go down, we're short deltas right now, so we should be hopefully making some money. If it shoots back up again, we'll have to assess the situation. The thing is that if it keeps revolving around the position that we already have, at the 40 call, see, like we bought it here, it just kind of hasn't really gone anywhere in the last couple of days. So, that's what you really want it to do. It's just not going anywhere. At least it's not moving far enough for us. Although this looks like it's starting to move a little bit here now, so hopefully, we'll be good with that. But I'm going to give it to today, and that's about it. GILD, yeah, it looks like we're doing okay. We're short another 89 deltas, so as long as that continues to move, we'll be making money. All right, as always, I will continue to do updates throughout the day. If anything happens, you're the first to know. So stay tuned. Hey, just quick midday update here. It's about 1:53, and I've been keeping my eye on the Russell 2000, the IWM, which is the ETF for the Russell 2000, and it seems to be heading into this kind of a very interesting resistance point. It's been in a downtrend here since last October, and pretty much following the market. It's shown some strength. It looks like it's got a couple different bottoms here, but I want to show you something interesting. When it hits a resistance point like it did down here, volatility increases dramatically. It gets to that point, and then all of a sudden you can see these bars, extreme drag, get bigger and bigger and bigger at these points, and it looks like there's a tremendous amount of opportunity here at certain levels in which it looks like it's bumping up against the resistance point. In this case, it broke through and then reversed the next day. But when it gets to these kind of points, and it's been here just kind of flopping around here for about a week or so, week and a half. It's just been kind of flopping around. So what normally happens during those times is that it either breaks through strongly to the upside or it gets shot down and it goes strongly to the downside. And what we're looking for, of course, is some action someplace. So I put in a couple of orders to get the straddle, and I haven't been successful getting them at the price I wanted. I like to try to get them at a price just below the market a little bit. So I'm putting an order in for 10 right now at 281, and I'm just going to see if that works. I got to go over to my Analyze tab here for a second, though, because I believe that's going to give us a slightly long delta. Actually, it might be absolutely perfect. Let's see. It would give us a little bit short delta, around 45 deltas short here. So at 281, at 282, yeah, we're pretty close to delta neutral on that. So let me go back to my trade tab here and take a look. It looks like that is the in the money. I'm going to be slightly short delta on this if I get it. I'm just going to go ahead and put that order in and just kind of wait a few minutes. I'm not sure if I'm going to get this because I'm just below the market. I've seen it trade down to 281 before, so I'm going to see if I can actually get it at that price. But basically, I'm just kind of fishing for orders. I'm actually going to take a larger position than this, but I want to see if I can get my order in at 281 and they'll fill it. Very, very similar to my position on GILD. Right now, we're still up. Still got a nice little profit, $175, 40 bucks for the day, but actually, since yesterday we were up about $60. We're up closer to $100 today. I'm not sure why it shows that, but I'm still 300 long Gild. So that trade is actually working out pretty well. I think the volatility that I anticipated in the biotech companies is starting to play out here, and this will continue to be a good trade. Adobe, I ain't got much hope for Adobe. They just... Yeah, I'm up a little bit for the day, but I'm still down 300 bucks, so I may have to cut this one loose. Let's go back and take a look at IWM. IWM would be, this is an index. I mean, it does move around quite a bit, but it doesn't have the potential for a pop-up or a pop-down because it is an index. There's no specific news on this particular index that would make it move very, very quickly, but it's a nice trading index because it's very liquid. I mean, we've done 82 million shares already today, so it's very, very liquid. And if you take a look at the options, the bid-ask spreads are very, very thin. It's a couple pennies, a penny on some of these, and a couple pennies on others. So, you know what? I'm just going to cancel that. Let me go to the replace, cancel replace. See, they're up to 283 now. So I may not be able to get it at my price. Now, if I can't get it at my price, then I just kind of let it go, but I'm just going to cancel that order for now and just kind of wait and see where I can get it. Sometimes you have to kind of see, sit back and wait and kind of see when you can get your fill here. Now it's at 282. If it drops to 281, I'll put my order in again. But anyway, that's what I'm looking at right now, because when it hits those resistance points, it does get pretty volatile, as you can see. When it got down to this point, which was a prior resistance point, it just starts to move very, very quickly, and that's what you really need to make money with gamma trading. So that's it for now. Stay tuned. I'm sure I'll have another update for you. Well, speaking of resistance areas, I like the way my Gilead Science GILD is performing, so I went ahead and put in a trade for, if I can find it, Celgene. Celgene looks like it's running into, I bought 10. I had to buy 100 shares of stock immediately to get back to delta neutral. We're slightly negative delta right now. But if you take a look at the chart, you can see that we're running right into a resistance point. Right around those resistance points, things start to move. So I'm kind of hoping that'll happen the same thing this time, whether it goes down like it did the first time it hit this resistance point right around 75, or it blasts through it and goes up. So either way is fine with me, because at those resistance points it does move around quite a bit. We actually had this on my watch list, and I believe the profit picture was pretty good on that, profit index, but I can't access that right now because my program that runs that spreadsheet is being updated. So, but anyway, we're right at resistance, and if you can get right around the resistance points, then things start to happen on the stocks. So that's what I did. I took a position in Celgene, buying the August 75 call and the 75 put, and then going long 100 shares to get back to delta neutral. We've got a loss, though. However, I think I probably should have shaved that bid-ask spread a little bit more, but we got plenty of room to move. So hopefully the stock will move like Gilead did. Okay, well, I got my position on the IWM. I immediately bought the August 72 call and the 72 put, 30 contracts, and I have 300 shares long of stock that brought me right back to delta neutral. And so we'll see what happens. We have a market that is hanging right around these resistance areas. It's either going to break through or it's going to fall down, so hopefully it'll move and move quickly. Either way, I don't care. Make money either way. So that's it for now. We still have an hour and a half left to trading, so I will update you at the end of the day. Well, we're almost at the end of the trading day, and the market has come back. It was down close to 70, 80 points early in the day. Our IWM is, I've got 30 contracts, and I'm long 300 shares. We're just about delta neutral. We're down a little bit for the day, which is not too bad. Celgene was the big disappointment for me today. It's down $116, but it was as low as... I was down about $300 at one point. I couldn't understand it. It looked like the bid-ask spreads between the August 75 call and put straddle had just fallen apart. I ended up paying $4.63 for it, and it went up immediately down to like $4.30, losing about 30 cents on those contracts, or about $300 for the straddle. I've come back a little bit now, so I'm down only $115. Adobe actually I'm up a little bit for the day, not huge, but I did get some scalping in, so I made a little bit of money, but I'm still down $388. If Adobe doesn't move here, I'm really I'll give it till Monday morning. What happens on early mornings, Monday through Friday during the week? There's an initial pop in prices on options. So if you're thinking about exiting a position, it's always good to do it first thing in the morning. So even though there's a couple days of theta decay here, I think I'll probably wait till Monday morning to exit this trade if it doesn't move. Then I have, let's see, what else do I have here? I've got my Adobe and my Gilead. I go to Gilead. Gilead was a pretty good performer today. Up a couple $100 on profits and about $55 for the day. So it's performing very nicely. I'm slightly long 45 deltas on that, but it has been moving around, so I'm pretty happy. Can't complain about that one. So overall, I'm just about neutral for the day. Made a little money, lost a little money. My big position IWM, I'm hoping, is going to pay some dividends here because I've got 30 contracts on that, and just a small move in either direction will put me in profit by a couple $1,000. So hopefully that'll move on Monday, and also I'll get some movement out of Celgene, Adobe, and my Gilead. So hopefully those will continue to move, and I want you guys to have a great weekend. Hopefully we'll have a lot of movement, a lot of news over the weekend that will affect stocks and move them up or down real quick. Let's take a quick look at the Dow Jones Industrials. Let me bring up my other chart here. Right now it's it's about in the middle of this little trading range that we're in. We could end up going down to retest these lows down here, and if we do, that'd be a great opportunity. Because the market movement will be pretty good. If not, if we head up and we hit some of those resistance points and break through that on a nice rally, that'll be good too. We've been in this trading range now for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 days, which is pretty unusual. 11 days in the same little trading range here usually means that it's going to break out to the upside or downside, and frankly, we don't care which way it goes. So I'm kind of just hoping for movement. That's it. All right, guys. Have a great weekend and trade with confidence.